based on the rules, if the impeachable official is not the president, they are the presiding officer. That is before the current leadership changed that into allowing the Senate to elect a presiding officer other than the Senate President, no? Which means that this is a very significant position in as far as impeachment trial is concerned, no? While we duly recognize the legitimacy of the current leadership because of the sanctity, solemnity, and sensitivity of this impeachment trial, it is best that we address that need of electing a Senate President before we actually start. But nevertheless, let me state for the record as well, we're submitting to the jurisdiction and authority of the impeachment court. If they refuse to elect and they proceed to having the trial, we will appear and do our mandate of presenting the evidence in behalf of the institution.
So just for the record, the prosecution believe that kailangan nga pong i-prioritize, the Senate should prioritize electing a duly elected Senate President.
Yes, sapagkat nakita nyo naman, dito pa lang sa House of Representatives, they raise as an issue the referral from plenary to Justice Committee. They even raised violation of one-year bar rule, di ba? What else did they raise? They raised as well that we have predetermined the impeachment complaints even before the clarificatory hearing in the Justice Committee. They're also invoking the confidentiality in their allegation that we violated the confidentiality provision of AMLAC in spite of the clear exception in the bank secrecy law and the fact that the subject matter of the AMLAC report are bank reports. Diba? So, what else will they not elevate to the Supreme Court? Kung ito, dinadala nila sa Supreme Court, we have anticipation. We have basis to believe that even the irregularity in the leadership may be considered by the defense in elevating another constitutional question before the Supreme Court.
And kung susundan po yung Avellino Doctrine, tingin niyo po sapat na yung kunyari 22-12 yung boboto for?
While ang sabi sa Avellino Doctrine, no, non-justiciable din ito. But considering that there is an express provision in the Constitution, 2/3 of all, I think this time, when we interpret the threshold for the purpose of conviction, tingin ko lang, papasok ang Supreme Court.
No, but for electing a Senate President.
For electing a Senate President, the Avellino Doctrine should apply also. Diba? Kasi in determining the threshold, we must first determine the number of members of the Senate who are within the coercive means of the institution, no? So, pag gumalaw yung determination natin ng number within the coercive means, gagalaw ang quorum, gagalaw ang threshold.
I think just to, in addition to that, no, I think what this is how I surmise the explanation of our lead counsel, Congresswoman Jinky. I think it's to the advantage of the Senate if, for the practical purposes, they have already settled the issue of leadership. Kasi what we anticipate, probably, and this has been asked to Congresswoman Jinky earlier, we anticipate that there will be technicalities that they may use in order to probably delay the most important constitutionally mandated job of the Senate now, which is to proceed with the impeachment trial. So they will, probably those who are opposed to the impeachment trial might probably use all possible means in order to delay that. And one of which, as we've seen in the early in this development, when it comes to Senate leadership, questioning the technicality or the legitimacy of the acting Senate President. So we want that resolved, not just for the House prosecution team, not just for the entire Filipino nation, for the impeachment trial to proceed, but for the practical sense that the Senate has already resolved the issue of leadership.
Thank you. Let us now recognize PB and Julia from Channel 2.
Good afternoon po. Clarification, balik po ako dito sa isasubmit po ninyo na pre-trial briefs today. You mentioned over 30 witnesses. Is it less than 40? Ilan po dito yung hostile witnesses? If you can provide us with
By
that.
over 30, any number beyond 30. Malapit na, konti na lang. You will know.
Pero kung ilan po yung hostile, ma'am?
Ang hostile, you can anticipate already that this will be officials either from OVP or DepEd, no? I think most of them you've seen already in the inquiry in aid of legislation by the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, then presided by Chair Joel Chua back in the 19th Congress.